Mayor Adams is going on a 4-day trip to Latin America where he says he will personally address the migrant crisis back home here in New York.
All right, he says the purpose of the trip is to understand why people are fleeing their home countries and to dispel any false messages about what happens when they arrive here.
And Fox 5's Michelle Ross joins us live in studio. Michelle, what kind of message is the mayor trying to send to migrants?
Well, Natasha, he's essentially going there to discourage them from coming here and to let them know that New York City is not the only place in the United States where they can achieve the American dream. We are now essentially about a year and a half into the crisis, and there is no end in sight. Now, today at City Hall, his administration said numbers are doubling and in some cases tripling.
A new surge of migrants is putting added strain on New York City. The Adams administration says over the last few months, we were receiving 300 to 400 migrants a day. Now it's up to 600 a day.
Texas Governor Abbott centralized the dispatch, command and control functions of the deployment of buses through the Texas Division of Emergency Management, and he has significantly ramped up the number of buses that are being sent.
The number of chartered buses has almost tripled in the last couple of weeks. The week of September 11th, the city received approximately 10 buses of migrants. The week of September 27th, they received about 27. In a desperate attempt to ease the influx, the city has sent a letter to Manhattan State Supreme Court to suspend its landmark right to shelter rules.
Point number one, sensible relief from a decree entered over 40 years ago that was never intended to apply to a humanitarian crisis that we're confronting present day.
But this wouldn't only deny shelter for migrants. It would apply to all homeless single adults.
If we were to have a world like that in New York City, we would have thousands of people on the street. They would be living there. They would be exposed to the elements. They would be at risk of harm or death.
Now the mayor is heading south of the border to see the crisis at its source and plans to visit Mexico, Ecuador, and Colombia.
There's a public relation campaign that people are using in these areas to state that if you come to New York, that you're going to get whatever you need. I want to give them a true picture of what's taking place.
And since this all started last spring, the city has seen more than 122,000 migrants come through its intake system and is currently having 63,000 asylum seekers in their care. Steve, Natasha?
All right, Michelle, thank you.